I'm your host with the most local 23. You're joining me for Heist, Monaco Chapter 5. Please point that somewhere else. Sonia levels a gun at your head, her arm steady and her gaze unyielding. I wouldn't take another step if I were you. You freeze your crew members out of reach on a boat that's already some ways off the shore. John, we'll come back for you. Everyone hold on. Tilly starts to swing the boat around. You can see the guard boats closing in, tightening your crew's window of escape. No. That's what she wants. You'd be playing right in her hands. Don't take the bait. But we can't just leave you. John's right. We have to stay on target. Tilly reluctantly puts the boat back on course. Staring out into the open water, you breathe a sigh of relief. Heroic, but you're the only one I need. Now move. Can we talk about this, James Bond style? Sonia marches you over to her own speedboat and gestures sharply for you to get in. Where are you taking me? We're going straight to Ansel. He told me he wants to deal with you himself. I'm sure he does, but I'm not gonna make it easy for either of you. Why do I suspect nothing's ever easy where you're involved? Now sit there and don't make any sudden moves. Sonia starts the engine, keeping one eye on you as she steers the boat away from the island. I mean, if he wants to deal with me himself, wouldn't it mean that she can't kill me, question mark? I'm obviously not going anywhere. You can put the gun down. Nice try, but I know your type. You're just another thief manipulating people at every opportunity. How do you think I knew you'd be at the prison? Ansel predicted you'd try something like this. He's had me keeping watch, studying your patterns. We knew it was only a matter of time before you'd make a risky move to get your old friend back. So you've been watching me. Like what you see. What? I mean, I'm kind of flattered. That's not what I... Admit it, you've enjoyed the assignment. You're trying to distract me, it won't work. All that matters is that I take you to Ansel. You said something like that on the beach, that I'm only the one you need. What did you mean by that? Sonia narrows her eyes at you. She finally replies, her voice is impatient. Your capture was always more important than the others. Why? Isn't it obvious? Take down the general and the army will fall. I know it may be hard to believe, but some organizations rely on teamwork rather than orders from on high. Don't kid yourself. You're the ringleader, the glue that holds them all together. How long do you think they'll last without you? You underestimate them. Sonia shrugs, turning her focus back to the horizon. She steers with one hand, the gun still clenched in the other. Wind picks up, and the dark, ominous rain clouds start rolling in. Sonia frowns as she looks up at the sky. We will make it to shore before the storm hits, right? Sonia doesn't answer. Her hand tightens on the wheel as she fights to keep the speedboat on course. Ooh. Wee, fun. All get seasick. Suddenly, a flash of lightning blinds you as the storm hits, turning the ocean into chaos. Sonia sets the gun down on the dashboard with her arms reach as she pulls a handheld radio from her pocket. Ansel, we've hit a storm. With waves like this, progress might be slowed. Yes, sir. Yes, I know. Requesting backup to hand over the prisoner. Current coordinates are... Your eyes flint between the gun on the dashboard and the radio calling for backup, and the steering wheel of the precarious rocking boat. Why does the gun seem like the obvious choice? Like, she's gonna be ready for it, you know what I'm saying? The gun, the radio, the wheel. Take control of the situation. Take control of the situation. Let's go for the radio. Lunge for the radio, wrenching it out of Sonia's hand and raising it to your mouth. Sorry, Ansel, but there's been an interruption to your regularly scheduled program. Ignoring Ansel's angry squawks through the speaker, you fling the radio out into the water. Ooh. Looks like backup won't be coming. Sonia's eyes spark with rage. She lets go of the wheel to grab for the gun, raising it to aim at you. But the wheel spins out of control, lurching the boat to one side and tossing you into her. The boat tips dangerously from side to side as you and Sonia push against each other when suddenly... bang! A hole tears straight through the boat's motor. Did you just... I didn't... Speak at the same time, staring wildly at each other. Maybe there's a way we can... Before you can finish the sentence, the motor makes one last sputtering noise and then shuts off. Great, now we're dead in the water. There must be oars somewhere, and... Words are drowned out in a rumble of thunder, and the boat starts to pitch wildly as it's buffeted by waves. We're taking on water. These waves are too high and big. Water sloshes over your feet. You both start to search for something to bail with, when a massive wave pounds against the side of the boat and it tips it to one side. Ah! Try to grab the side of the boat, but it's slippery beneath your hand. You feel yourself slide backward and into the water. Cold, dark water closes over your head as you're tossed overboard. You struggle for breath as you sink deeper and deeper, your lungs desperately searching for air, until everything goes black. You wake up with sand pressing into your back, retching as the last swallows of water leave your throat. Sitting up, you see a desolate island beach. Sonia tends a fire nearby. So you're awake. We weren't lucky enough to get washed up on the mainland. As far as I know, this island's in the middle of nowhere. You really want to get me alone, huh? I can't deny the chemistry either, but stranding us on an island is a bit drastic. For a second, the hint of a smile tugs at the corner of Sonia's mouth. But then she recovers herself, and her face becomes unreadable once more. This really isn't the time for jokes. How can I resist when I've got a captive audience? And as the other living soul on the island, I'm pretty sure you're stuck with me. Speaking of which, how did I survive that storm? I know I went overboard and then nothing. Sonia stays silent, stirring the fire more vigorously until sparks fly up. Sonia. She picks up a log with a sigh and drops it a little too hard in the fire. Fine, you want to know what happened? You went over the side like an idiot, and I couldn't let you drown. You saved my life. I did what I had to, no need to dwell on it. You couldn't let me die. I knew you had a soft spot for me. Admit it, we may be on different sides, but you kinda like me. Sonia rolls her eyes, unable to suppress a fleeting smile. In your dreams, you must be more oxygen deprived than I thought. This guy is so mean. The sooner we get back to the mainland, the better. My people are looking for us, but they won't know which island we're on. Hence the fire. Right. If they see the signal fire, they'll know where we are. With a jolt, you remember the earpiece you'd been using to communicate with Rye and the others. Pulling it from your damp pocket, you quickly give it a shake and hold it to your mouth. Rye, can you hear me? Eris, is anyone? There's a faint crackle of static interference, and then the earpiece blinks back off. Don't bother. I've already tried. It's toast. So we're alone out here. Yes, I was hoping you'd have something useful tucked away in your clothes, but... Sonia briefly looks you up and down, then shrugs and turns back to the fire. You searched me? I needed to take stock of your resources. Make sure you didn't have any concealed weapons. I had to be thorough. How thorough? Oh, relax. Your modesty is still intact. That's the least of my concerns right now. I just want to find a way off this island. If you hadn't cut me off before I give Ansel her coordinates, at least my people would know where to start. The way I see it, I bought my crew some time to find us first. It was a smart move, I'll give you that. If it didn't piss me off so much, I'd almost be impressed. Oh, I've got lots more where that came from. Either way, no one would have risked going out in that storm, which means we can't expect a rescue party until tomorrow. We should figure out just how large this island is. Get to the other coast if possible. I agree. We should examine our surroundings and see if we can find anything useful. But I don't need you slowing me down. I can hold my own. Fine, but you'd better keep up, because I won't wait for you. You and Sonia trudge through the scraggly trees and undergrowth, seeing your way by the light of the moon. Your muscles begin to unknot as they adjust to the exercise, and you look over your shoulder at Sonia with a grin. What's that you were saying about keeping up? Don't get cocky. I'm trained in wilderness survival, 6 days and nights in the Amazon rainforest, no gear, no contact. And you did that for fun? I did that in case a situation like this ever came up. You need to get out more. At least I know how to keep us alive. Can you say the same? Actually, there was this one time we were hiding out in the lowland forests of Madagascar after a smash and grab at the... You know what? No, I don't want to hear it. The last thing I need is more fiction about thieves glorifying them like scrappy heroes running from the law. Push your way through a thick, heavy overgrowth of tree branches that scratch your skin and cling to you like vines. Hold them out of Sonia's way. We'll still be nice. You keep a firm grip of the branches, holding them out of Sonia's path. I don't need your assistance, but thanks. Yeah, well, you did save my life. I figure we're equal now. Ah, I see. Being indebted to me makes you uncomfortable. Enjoy your moral high ground while it lasts. You're literally taking a guy to be killed by Ansel. Moral high ground, I doubt. Sometime later, the trees show no sign of thinning. This island can't be that big. Shouldn't we reach the beach by now? Wait, there's that tree with the splint trunk. I know we passed that already. So we're lost. This whole time we've been going in circles. Hey, Miss Week in the Wilderness. Okay? No food, no contact? Yeah. Go ahead. You figure this out. You were the one who said to turn left at the bush back there. Oh, so it's my fault. If you hadn't caused the shipwreck, we wouldn't even be here. Yeah, well, maybe if you hadn't insisted on keeping me at gunpoint. Well, if you had just stayed still and cooperated, we'd at least have a radio to... You were holding me captive. Suddenly you notice the dirt just turned into sand beneath your feet. Great. And now we've walked all the way back to where we... Look! Sonia cut you off mid-sentence, shoving past you and pointing to a dark object washed up on the beach. It's our speedboat. Step closer, and the object comes into focus. You see that it's a boat, slightly battered, but still in one piece. I can't believe it. The storm must have carried it here. We found our way off this god-forsaken island. Sonia laughs, grabbing your arms in excitement as you grin at each other. You'll put me in handcuffs, aren't you? Nope. Then suddenly she stops abruptly, letting go as she remembers who you are. I'm still taking you back to Ansel when this is all over. Right, this doesn't mean we're... I'm still planning to... You trail off in awkward silence. Sonia scoffs her feet against the sand for a moment and recovers herself. Right, okay. We need to get the hell off this island. Ah, right. Good, yes. Sonia busies herself with examining the boat, checking to see if it's still operational. While she pulls out a pair of oars, you walk around to inspect the other side. So don't panic or anything, but, there's a hole in the boat. It must have smashed against the rocks when it washed up. She walks over to your side, frowning at the side of the holes in the speedboat's hull. I could patch this up, but I need a second pair of hands. Sonia, are you actually asking me for help? Well, we could wait for a rescue boat here. We're more visible on the shore, so there's a better chance of someone finding us tomorrow. But if you're like me, you'd rather take your fate into your own hands and get off this island as soon as possible. So what do you say? Should we work together? Just this once? Prepare the speedboat to boost Sonia's trust and get to know her better. I like your outfit. You're pretty, and you kind of remind me of Julia Roberts from Ocean's 11. But moving on. I'd rather save my energy. Fine, we'll wait for a rescue party. Until then, we're stuck with each other. And see, that's not a bad thing. Let's hope they get here soon. Settle in for a long night on the island, giving each other a wide berth as possible on the small beach. Whatever. Opposites attract, that's how life is. Hours go by until you finally see the lights of an approaching boat. The boat docks and Lena bursts out. Ryan airs close behind. Get her, Lena. I'm gonna knock her out. Yeah! Break every bone in her body. I mean, I don't know about that, every bone, but crush her will to live like a half-drunken bottle of tequila. Whoa there! Let's leave my Lord and Savior tequila out of this. John, are you okay? We've been looking everywhere for you. If Sonia hurt you. As your crew closes in around Sonia, she reflexively steps back, her whole body bristling. Easy, ladies, easy. Back off, she saved my life. By taking you at gunpoint. When we fought in the boat, the engine got damaged, and we began taking on water fast. The last thing I remember was sinking into the water, cold, alone, and afraid. And then I woke up on the island shore. She had saved me. I wouldn't go that far. She could have left me to die, and she didn't. Well, let's load up. No point sticking around now that we got John back. We're just gonna leave her here. Rye's right. We can't afford any risks right now. How chivalrous of you. In fact, the longer Ansel spends looking for her, the better for us. Alright, let's get out of here. You walk back while Sonia only stares after you, completely still. You swear that when your eyes lock, she's looking you over with conflicted sympathy. Sonia's starting to trust you. You shake your head as though to clear it and follow your crew. Everyone piles into the boat and Tilly takes off, the choppy waves rocking against you. Keep your eyes peeled for other boats, but you make it to shore without interruption. As soon as you reach the shore, you climb into the waiting getaway van, and Tilly pulls onto the road. I would have been nice enough to call him, and once we got to shore, and I've been like, hey, Ansel, your girl's located at these coordinates. Bye now. And I would have been, yeah, that would have worked. That would have worked. Because if Ansel would have said he found him alone, and you would have been like, hey, I called him. Building more trust. Tilly blends inconspicuously in the surrounding traffic. A round of cheers filled the cramped van. You're alive and safe. And you're out of prison. Don't sound so surprised. Still got it. Hell of a night. I'll call that a win. Now that's what I call a party. Eris throws her arms around you and Rye, squeezing you tight against your seats. You really came back for me. And all that's left is to get our payback. Speaking of, John, you spent a whole night trapped with Ansel secondhand. Did you learn anything about her? Sonia is not actually that bad. When you found us on the island, she seemed open. She clearly had gone through stuff. It's easy to be angry at Ansel because of what he did to us, but Sonia doesn't seem like that. I'm glad you got her to open up a bit, but remember to keep your head in the game. Rye's right. Keep pressing your in with her, but at the end of the day, she works for Ansel. We can't trust her. As Tilly swerves around a corner, Eris rolls down the window and sticks her head out. I'm free, bitches! Yeah, you are. What's the plan from here? Well, we gotta catch a flight back to the safe house. What? It's my first night as a free woman. I haven't seen booze or listened to trashy dance music in 3 years. We are going out to a club before anything else. Will that be safe? They lost our trail a while ago. Hanging out in a loud club with flashy lights will let us hide in plain sight. But more importantly, booze. I could use a shot of something strong and dry, and I'm in such a good mood I might not even punch anyone tonight. Fresh out of prison and already wants to party? This jailbird's a girl after my own heart. Come on, John. We all deserve to blow off some steam. And diamonds. Yep, called it. Party with the whole crew and dance with that special someone. Hit the club as a crew, yo. Black. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I get it. Chose not to party with the crew. Sorry, Eris, but we already lost 3 youth for 3 years. I won't risk losing you again. Don't worry. We have booze and trashy pop music back at the safe house, too. You better. Tilly takes you straight to the airport and you begin the long trip home. After long hours of travel, you finally arrive at your destination. But as you approach the safe house, your jaw drops in abject horror. Huh. I wonder who ransacked our safe house. Tell me that's not our safe house. On fire, guys. Cover your mouth with one hand as you feel the heat of the flames on your face. Ansel found us. Next time on Heist Monaco, Chapter 6. You think we need one more? Ooh. I assumed. I was kind of pushing for Sonia to be the 6th. Or, well, that one more. I mean, technically 6, but, I mean, if you count me and Rye. It's 8, so. Without further ado, I hope y'all did enjoy. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to social media, Discord, and links to support me and my content. I know, I just miscounted. Shh, don't talk about it. I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm sweaty. Leave me alone. By the way, Happy New Year's. I want to thank all of you, for making 2018 bearable. Yeah, it's been a rough year for me, but again, you guys are what keep me going. You guys are what keep me pushing, keep me going, hanging in there, and yeah, I hear, you know, what I do helps a lot of other people too, and that's what I want. I want our community to be a very positive, do positive, be positive, and just go forward with positivity. The world needs that, really. The world does need it. Not just particular countries, the world needs it. And hopefully we can grow over time and leave a lasting impact of doing right, common sense, common decency, you know, things like that onto the world. And hopefully at least nudge others, at the very least, into a more better direction. That's it. That's the only thing I can hope for. By what I do, by our community, by the whole 9 yards. It's the only thing I can hope for. So, without further ado, I will catch you folks later. And once again, Happy New Year. Let's make 2019 a great one. Peace out.